In today's video, I will walk you through how to calculate portfolio margin on Deribit before you open a trade. Because portfolio margin on Deribit calculates risk across your entire portfolio instead of evaluating each trade on its own, adding a new position can change both your initial margin and maintenance margin. Before placing a trade, you can calculate how your margin will change by using one of the available simulation methods. The first method is to use the Deribit Position Builder, which is the recommended option. Navigate to the standalone Deribit Position Builder or access it through the interface tools. In the top right corner, switch the margin model toggle to either segregated margin, which is portfolio margin, or cross-portfolio margin, depending on the margin model you are currently using. Next, click the Add Simulated Position button. Enter the details of the trade you want to test. Select the asset, such as BTC, ETH, or USDC. Then choose the specific instrument, whether it is a futures contract, a perpetual contract, or an options contract with the expiration and strike you want. After that, enter the contract size and set the direction to either long or short. Once the simulated position has been added, scroll down to the account summary table. The position builder will immediately calculate and display your simulated initial margin, maintenance margin, and the total Greeks, including delta, gamma, vega, and theta. If you want to see how your required margin changes under different market conditions, use the index shift and volatility shift sliders to simulate market movements and view the updated margin values. The second method is intended for algorithmic traders who manage positions using trading bots or Python scripts. In this case, you can calculate projected portfolio margin programmatically by calling the dedicated view-only private endpoint using the JSON RPC method called private/simulate_portfolio. Within the request, set the currency to the asset you want to evaluate. Set add positions to true if you want the calculation to include your current live portfolio together with the simulated trades. If you set it to false, the calculation will evaluate only the simulated positions without including your existing portfolio. Then specify the simulated positions by entering the instrument names and position sizes. Use positive values for long positions and negative values for short positions. After the request is processed, the response will return the projected initial margin and projected maintenance margin for the simulated portfolio. When reviewing the results, remember that for standard portfolio margin accounts, the initial margin is calculated as the maintenance margin multiplied by 1.3. If you plan to leave orders resting in the order book as passive limit orders, the simulation will include an additional initial margin buffer. Also keep in mind that even if a new trade fully hedges an existing position, Deribit still applies a margin floor based on the total gross size of your portfolio to maintain a minimum capital requirement. Thank you for watching.